Well, good evening. You're very welcome to round number 9 of TTML Division 4 here at the Suzuka International Circuit for the Japanese Grand Prix. My name is Graham Chappell, and joining me tonight is Joseph Corboy. Hi, Joe.
Graham, I didn't see it go live, but okay. I thought, what's going on with
What
the
are you
lobby?
what are you talking about?
The lobby is, the lobby is very slow.
It is. We're not on PS5, so that would be why. But I'm not rich enough to own a
Yeah,
PS5.
yeah,
But enough about my
yeah,
life
you're
story.
right.
Anyways, we are here at Japan. An interesting track as always. You are right. That took us so long, but we are finally in. Looking at a dry session. Always nice. Joe, we've got 13 drivers here today. A few
Yeah,
new ones
Graham.
since we've last been here. We haven't been here for the last 2 weeks in total. We've missed one race. So, would you like Joe to bring us up to speed as to what happened in last week's race?
Last week's race, I was away. I was eating dinner. Graham was dying,
Sick.
um, COVID, but
No,
it's okay.
It's not COVID.
It's okay. He's okay now, guys. He's okay. So from Singapore, round number 8, Faxland won. Ryan B was in second, and TTG Storm was in third. The standings are as follows: Faxland first with 169 points, TTG Storm with 119 points in second, Atlascopo in third with 97, Florian in fourth with 90, Conti in fifth with 83, and constructors, Mercedes first with 209, followed by Haas with 196, followed by Renault with 175, Alfa Romeo and Williams tied in 119 each. In fourth, AlphaTauri in sixth with 109, and Ferrari in seventh with 105.
Alrighty. So, just to
Graham,
clarify,
just clarify here right now. Why are you singing while I was reading out?
I was laughing, Joe, because some people miss out on stuff because I was sick. I did not have that, by the way. I am fine. But I love your excuse that I couldn't be out because I was eating dinner. It was a nice dinner, Joe.
Yeah, it was an 8-ounce burger. My God, I just destroyed that burger, so I did.
I'm so glad it was
So yeah.
worth it, Joe.
Oh, it was. I am. Anyway, Graham, it's Japan
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
13 drivers, shocking. But anyways, we'll go with what we have. What is it, the frame rate? What's going on?
I know,
here?
right? I'm glad I'm not the only one feeling that. The frame rate is awful.
I looked at Conti and he was going through 130R. Now, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm with Neymar here on a flying lap. He's got a very nice helmet in the Japanese colours here. Oh, we've lost one. That is Robin coming through. Coming through one of the S's there, and he's out.
Yeah,
Qualifying.
I did that yesterday as well.
In qualifying? Oh, poor
Yeah.
four. I was wondering why you were down at the bottom and flipping DNF'd.
Wow. Yeah, turn 4, yeah.
So, Joe, that's a nice segue, Joe, for us to bring on. A, you suck at the game, but B, the challenges of driving this track.
Excuse me. Yeah, challenges, Graham.
Take me through some.
Well, you're going down the hill. Well, is it? No, you're going down the straight there, back to the front straight. Yeah, turn 4, Dunlop curb. We have Degner 1, Degner 2, obviously. Spoon, traction zone, 130R. You don't want to go side by side there, or you'll just be in the wall. And yeah, that's it, I think, Graham. But we do also have to look out for the cut of the last chicane.
I'm
Because you
on
can
board.
straight line that.
Yeah, I'm on board taxi now, and just going around the corner, as one is supposed to do.
Yeah.
So,
So you can
from
straight
what you're
line that.
describing to me, Joe, it seems like stability at the rear and an occasional traction zone. It's a very high-speed circuit.
Yeah, but it's enjoyable though. I enjoy it.
Yes, I do. Well, actually, I was gonna say I do too, but I haven't raced around this track on this game yet. But in the past, I have always enjoyed this track. I'm looking forward to it more because that little bump where Faxland's just come out of now as he does a 27 flat. They've removed that little bump that would really upset you if you're running no traction. That would really upset the rear of your car. So
No, it would, yeah. Oh, it would. It spit you out into that wall. So it
yes, like especially if you're running no traction. So it was really, but now that bump is gone. So that that one element that made this track less enjoyable last year is no longer a thing. The frame rate seems to have stabilized, thankfully. So Storm coming across the finish line here. Running well in the standings is Storm, 27.2 frame. It's actually very close at the moment. You look from first down to basically 7th. There's only 4/10 of a second in it, so it's where's the interval? Oh, there it is. So
1 second.
4/10 from first to 7th, so it is very tight up there. So we could be looking at a very interesting qualifying indeed. Look, numbers may be low, but you could get some good racing regardless. As it can be the way. Maximus on out lap. Everyone else coming in lap.
Actually, I have to check some. Well, any QBs?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I was just saying, Joe, it's only 4/10 between first and 8th place, so it's very tight at the moment, which is good. Good to see. How would you describe overtaking at this track?
If you get a good exit off spoon, excuse me, spoon, getting a good exit off spoon, that's straight, and going down into turn 1. Sorry,
Yes.
trying to think there.
Yeah, not a ton of overtaking opportunities. So the two that you mentioned, down to the chicane. If you can get one done with
You can.
before 130R, that'd be handy.
Yeah.
It's a very high-speed corner, so naturally, if you're the car on the inside, if you're the car on the outside, you might have to relinquish the line in order to try and make it safely through. But yeah, get a nice slipstream heading down towards the chicane. It can be, yeah, that and obviously down towards turn 1 are your best bets. That was a purple sector 1 apparently for Maximus, but he's run over the first Degner, and that is an invalidation for the sole Alfa Romeo here tonight.
Yeah, Rain B has decided not to turn up today for some reason, but sure. Anyways, I haven't seen Rain B race, but sure, we go.
Maybe he's having dinner, Joe.
Shut up, man. Graham, I think these times are very slow. Like.
So what were you expecting for?
Well, I'm definitely not expecting
pole
25, anyways.
Okay. So somewhere in the 26s.
I thought they'd be able to get into 26s.
Well, I think they will. Like Conti here is provisional pole. He's 8,000th off of a 26. But are you thinking more like a mid-high 26, like a 26.7 or something, or in around that area?
Around that, yeah. I'll just have a look what Division 3 was.
Yeah, Division. I actually always find Division 3 is never a good reference for Division 4 because I find Division 3 is closer to Division 2 than anything else. Maximus is out. Oh, he's the same place as Robin. Coming out of turn number 4, so that's another victim there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, never mind. As a topic of Division 3 did a 26.000.
A 26 flat, wow.
I can't even do that.
What was your best time heading into last night.
26-2.
That's not far off, to be fair.
26-1. So by right, I should be in Division 3, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
good one. Lee Callow's almost 3 tenths up on his time, so he could get, if he gets a good last sector, he could get himself close to this 26 we're talking about. Gets to the line. It is a 26.8. Half a second improvement there, so I think there is plenty of improvement to be found. Conti then come across the line as well. It looks like he's going to find an improvement as well, and he does a 26.5, so now these lap times are beginning to come in thick and fast. Some better lap times here. 27.2 is Storm's best time, just starting a lap, so this is more. I think this is what you're expecting now, Joe.
Yeah. This. Both time. I'm on Division 4. Let's go.
And I reckon Faxland has probably got something else to give as well. But here comes Atlas Scopo. And 27.6 for him. He stays in P9 as Williams coming across the line. I think it's not Neymar, it is Cygate. 27.8 for Cygate. Everyone on softs at this stage, so... Ooh, big lock up there for Jonas heading into the chicane there. He was 2 tenths up. And he does go up to third, and I reckon there's more time to be found in that 27 flat for him. What were you going to say there, Joe?
We have, I can't pronounce his name. Gladden.
Yeah, I'm just looking at him here now, yeah.
He was 1.3 seconds faster.
Brewich?
Yeah.
Brewich?
I'm going to call him TFB.
He's only TFB here, that's fair enough. Where is Neymar? Where is he? Oh, he's actually down at this time. And he comes into the pits. It's over 6 minutes left. Where's Licala? He's coming in. There's a Mercedes. The Storm is actually getting a lap, but he's actually coming into the pits himself. There's a McLaren of Conti, which is on in lap as well. Mr. Cygate coming down towards 130R, swooping in, half a second up. We've actually only bumped in 9th at the moment, so because it's still quite tight in that midfield. Clean exit, tight line, 27.1. Found some time in that last sector, moves him up to 6th place. Not too bad. Atlas Scopo type into the pits.
Quite close.
It is close. It is quite close. I'd still expect Faxland to pump in one here. He's on a lap at the moment.
We OP.
Around this track, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't want to entertain the conversation too much, Joe.
Oh my god.
Rocking the Wii Races 1 helmet. Looks nice in that Haas, must be honest. Looks good in most cars, to be fair.
What helmet is that? Oh no.
Wii Races 1.
That one, yeah. Yeah, what colour is that? Black and
It's
white?
got a black base, and then, yeah, it's white on the front, and it's got the rainbow then. Which will go with any car, basically. Like, it goes well with the Racing Point, will go well with the Williams, I'm sure. Goes well with the Haas. So, anyways, he's powering along. 6 tenths up on this time. Ooh, this could be a 26.3 at the very least. Keep within the confines of the track. He exits last turn. Nice, tight, no drama at 26.2.
1 second. Rep.
Is the benchmark to beat there. I actually think that's... I do wonder if that's the closest a potential Division 4 pole time is to Division 3. It'd be a lot of effort to look that up now, but I do wonder if that might be the case. Here comes Traxy. And he jumps into 3rd place, 26.7. McLaren in 2nd and 3rd position, so not bad at all for the McLaren boys early on. McMaverick, I think, is on an in-lap. Is that Neymar? Yes, it is Neymar coming down towards 130R.
Sorry, Graham. I was just talking to my father.
All good, Joseph. Tell him I said hi.
Yeah, he's finished for the Christmas. Or he's off for Christmas now.
Lucky for some.
I'm off Monday.
Yeah, good stuff, Joe.
But I won't tell you it's my life. I don't want to tell you my life story.
No. Here comes Neymar. I actually think Neymar to be a little bit further up than he is at the moment, to be fair. I think on his... He's got the pace, he could be in that top 5 for sure. So I'm expecting him to be in amongst the crowd here as well. Let's see what he could do through Sector 1. What's he improving by, if anything? Just under half a tenth. Trying to find the raggedy edge of that Williams. Let's see if you can find any time. Just under 3 minutes remaining, Joe, so this session's moving quickly. Ideally, you want to take as tight a line as you can to the right-hand side and minimize the amount of distance you're covering. That will also save you some time. So Neymar losing out there by taking a longer piece of road to get to the next part of the track. Nice and tight to the line if possible around that section of the track will help you immensely, gaining some time back. That being said, he is just under... He's not finding a lot of time, which seems to suggest that this might be his limit. Into the chicane he comes. Let's see if he can find any more time there. On the throttle, there you go. Again, losing time. Losing time. He's improved by 1/10.5 basically, but he's losing time. We're not minimizing the distance he's covering. We saw a Faxland there. He took a nice tight line on the right hand side on the run up to the line there. And I reckon there's another half a tenth, or maybe even so much as a tenth to be found there for Neymar just by doing that. But unless he's fueled up, I don't think he's going to get another run at it.
No, I'm trying to find someone on the lap here.
Yeah, 2 McLarens there, one McLaren rather, and Nicala just beginning a lap himself. Storm, yeah, I think Storm might be on the lap actually. Again, if you take all that right hand side, because you're not losing anything in preparation for this corner by doing it. So I am surprised that people aren't sticking as tight to that right hand side, minimize the distance covered. That said, 2 tenths up, heading through 130. Yeah, supposedly purple. Yeah, there's a lot of purple that does be flying around. Nice last chicane. Bit of traffic. Oh, let's get onto the grass a bit there, but does improve up to 4th place at 26.8. For Storm. Why would he pit?
Oh, this guy. What's he doing, like? He's out of fuel, Graham. This,
Bremich. Yeah, looking at that now.
PFB.
I'm trying to find someone. That's the Sculptor just starting at a lap. Faxland going slow. He's just beginning his lap. That must be Nicala there as the first person to cross the checkered flag, I believe. Oh, he would be tight. He might cross it with time to spare, but I don't think he'll have enough ERS to do another run, or the tyres at least. Here we go, though. He was improving. Oh, big snap of oversteer, and he's lost it. And he is into the barrier and out. He was improving, but that won't do anything. Conti invalidated his lap. He's into the pits. Where is Cygate? He's also invalidated. He's coming into the pits as well. Where is Taxi? Didn't get a lap in time, it seems. Apparently. His checker flag is out for him. So, yep, that's it for him.
It's a glitch for us.
Possibly. No, doesn't look like he's... Yeah, possibly. Although I thought they fixed that. Let's keep an eye on that. Cygate, we just saw. Jonas was the one looking for. Jonas down in his time, so... Now, to be fair, he did lose his time here in that corner last time, so without that big lockup, maybe he could find the time. Let's see if he can. And no, he did not. 27.1, he still sits there. McMaverick, big improvement from McMaverick coming across the line. The 26.4 moves onto the front row of the grid. Good lap from McMaverick. Atlas Scobo 6 tenths up. Could get him to the 26s. Does indeed do that. 26.8 puts him into 5th place. There's a Haas of Faxland. He is up on his time. Oh, but he's just crept over that line as invalidated. But no matter, he is on provisional pole. Storm coming into the pits. I do believe, unless it's glitched, that the only person left is Taxi to set a lap time.
I can't even see what he's on, like what he's up or what he's
No,
down.
we'll find out. Uh, he'll pass the racing point first regardless. Who is running out of fuel. Will he be
Yeah, he
impeded
needs to go
though?
to it.
Yeah, and he does.
No.
Here he comes. Last man to set a lap time. Again, not sticking very tight to that line. There's a 26.7, so it was the same basically. So that is your lot.
Come on.
That is your lot for qualifying. Must have been a mistake from Taxi because he's in a Traxi. I said Taxi. It's Traxi. Apologies, but he's done the old Charlotte Clerk line in the chat there. Not happy with himself. What is Faxland on pole position 26.2? That's what I think. That's as close as Division 4 pole time has come to Division 3 pole time, within 2/10 there. Like Maverick in second place, Conti in third, Traxi fourth, Atlascopo fifth, Storm 60, Cat 7, Neymar down in eighth, Jonas 9th, Saigate 10th, TFB 11th, Maximus 12th, and Robin in 13th. The latter two not setting a valid lap time because they both crashed at the same part of the track.
Well done, Graham.
Thanks? Question mark?
Full stop.
No, that doesn't make any grammatical sense. You don't put a question mark.
LOL. LOL.
I will remove you from this party.
No bother.
I actually can't remove you from the party because they're different now. Dry race.
You can, of course you can.
No, I can't. It's.
You can.
I would try and find out, but I can't be bothered. Dry race. I was actually wondering if we might get a wet one, but we do not. So 13 drivers. Would you like to predict a winner, Joseph?
A winner, Foxland.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
Yeah, Foxland. Yeah.
For the sake of saying something different, I wouldn't if I were you. For the sake of saying something different, I will say I'll say McMaverick. I was going to say Conti, but maybe Conti could do it. We'll find out. Anyways, away they go on their formation lap. TFB and Robin using the medium tyres. Maximus going softs outside the top 10. So, strategy, Joe. What can we expect if there is no safety car?
Well, the softs can go, if you want to pit for mediums or soft mediums, you will go pit lap 10. Go on to the mediums then, 17 laps. And then, if you want to go hards, you pit lap 6 and go to the hards.
How are those?
If there's a first lap safety car, if there's a first lap safety car and you pit for hards, you will get a puncture.
They will not go to the end.
They will not go to the end.
Okay. How are the hards around here?
Don't know, never tried them.
Oh, you never tried them? You used it soft medium.
No. Or medium soft, yeah.
So you're... Oh, yeah, sorry, you're one of those people that was screwed over by the safety car.
2 of them.
The 2 of them, that's right. 2 of them the first 6 laps, right?
Yeah, correct, yeah. Graham. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I was watching that and I was... I chuckled because I just seen the fact I was switching tabs. I left lap 3 and there's a safety car. I come back lap 6, there's a safety car. So
yeah. So that's really great for us. But anyways, yeah, what can you do?
Well, this is why I think you should start in softs because it's a viable race tire and you're not completely screwed over if the safety car comes out lap 1. So.
No.
Well, it's not even the first safety car that got used. It's the second one, really.
Yeah.
That was really because, like you say, the hards don't go to the end from the lap 1 safety car. But lap 5, however, is a different story. So it wasn't the first one so much as the second, but even still, in that window, you know, if you're on mediums and you're going to lap, say, 16, 17 before you put on those softs, a safety car in the first 16 laps. You know, that's very possible. And if that's the case, you're going to be losing out. It's a short enough run down to turn one. Very dangerous turn one, given the entry of it. But we'll see if they can make their way through unscathed. I see no lights, but however, we'll go. Right now, there's a drive-through for the car. I saw the Haas twitching away, and McMaverick is going to be running down towards turn one. But I think Faxland should be able to sweep through here, and he does make that line his. Atlascopo and Traxi side by side. There's also Licala and Storm side by side as well. Looks like the McLaren holding off. How about Storm? And he looks like Storm is still ahead of Licala. There's more side by side action. Two Williams. Oh, Neymar's off the track, trying to maintain the reins of that Williams, but he is safely through, and there McMaverick had to hold off Conti, and Conti trying to come through. Here's the outside forwards. Degner one trying to use his overtake, getting onto the grass, and McMaverick cedes the position. So Conti up into P2 then. Good racing there from the two of them. That could have been an accident in so many different ways heading into Degner one, but
we got a cat in the wall here, folks.
Yeah, not sure. Trying to spot if there's any wing damage on that car. Oh no, the entire front wing is gone. All of it is gone. Faxland has absolutely jumped a million miles in front. He is 2 seconds clear already. Oh, McMaverick's trying to struggle holding on to the back end. That's going to allow the other McLaren to get into the mix. So McMaverick really struggling in this opening lap. He's lost second place already, and he looks like he's going to lose third. Although, to be fair, the McLaren behind him is reluctant to use his overtake, and that is... Well, McMaverick used a bit of his, and that definitely saved him on that occasion. Not sure why Traxi wouldn't go for it, but maybe just biding some patience. But will he get another chance to have a look for that position? Well, we'll find out. There's a long way to go. 2.2 seconds. You would imagine that Faxland... sorry, that was timing screens all over the place. I thought something had happened for a second. You'd imagine, Joe, now at this stage, this is Faxland's race to lose, and you got the car off at the last corner, and the safety car is deployed. So having jumped at the start, damaged his wing, Licala then is now out of this race. So get a chance to breathe. Not a lot. Well, McMaverick was really struggling there. Really struggling, and he's now down. If the time screens will ever get themselves correct, he's now down. Is he now? Oh, actually, he's actually got himself behind Traxi at some point. So he's really struggling with the back end there. So I'm guessing when we were cycling through there, Traxi got by, but McMaverick was really struggling in that opening lap with the the rear of the car. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's had an unsettled moment through the S's. But no matter, he is now in fourth place, sliding down this order, and that's good news for Conti and Traxi, because Faxland was basically set to just peel away, because he was well clear in front, and now this bunches the field all up again. Joe, I give you the permission, Joe, for takeoff.
Graham, don't be so smart, right? It's not my fault my PlayStation's like that.
Oh, Faxland's in.
Yours is like that as well.
No, it's really not.
No.
Faxland's in. And he's not the only one that's in. McMaverick, Atlas, Storm, Saigate, Jonas, Maximus. I imagine they're all going to go on to the hards. Mediums. So this is hards for McMaverick and the Atlascopo. Mediums for Faxland, mediums for Storm. Now, Joe, I haven't raced around here. You have. Those mediums, that's a two-stop.
Yeah, he'll go softs at the end, surely.
And those hards, Joe,
they won't last.
You believe they won't last to the end of this race?
24 laps on the hards. It's going to be touch and go, Ram. It will be touch and go.
I reckon a lot of that is due to people reacting to Faxland rather than maybe that is the correct strategy to go on.
Yeah. See, I was with Traxi and Conti. Like, there's no point in coming in. Like, I think it's too early, Graham. and there's still a bit more performance out of them soft
Right.
tires.
Yeah, that's an excellent point, because there's more to come from these softs, which means they can begin to pull away from some of these guys. They're in clear air,
And yeah,
and they're
the
switching
mediums,
exactly.
medium and hard, like take longer to get into like realistic performance.
Right, and you need a responsive set of tires around this track, and the mediums be able to get to speed, and the softs be able to get to speed quicker. But more than that, once you pit, you're going to be on a fresh set of mediums, whereas these guys are nursing old hards. At some point, that will catch up.
Correct.
So, now, granted, the thing now, Faxan we will have to stop again. I don't think that there's anything to say about that, which means McMaverick is the leading car here. He's got to try and go with Faxland. If he loses DRS, he could be in trouble.
Yeah, DRS is a key around here as well. If you lose DRS, you might as well just wave your race goodbye. But anyways, Graham is re-listening his Genie Wijnaldum there, but yeah.
No, I'm actually, my throat was absolutely, I was dying, so I took a big swig.
Of whiskey.
I do have some about, but that's for that's for Christmas, you know.
Christmas Day, yeah. The safety car will be in this lap, just letting you all know.
I will laugh if it doesn't come in.
Oh, it will, guarantee it. Yeah.
So the key one is to watch then. So Faxami I'll keep an eye on, see what he can do. He needs to get by Neymar and Robin, TFB you would imagine. He needs to get up to those McLarens if he can, or at least get to the next position behind them.
Yeah, he definitely has to get past Robin anyways.
Yes, for sure.
And Neymar.
Atlas
Neymar had that
Scopo.
little crash there at the start.
That's right.
Watch.
That's right. Yeah, that certainly helped him, didn't it? The safety car allowed him to get some track position on those softs. Only 3 drivers on those softs in the top 4 there. McMaverick has to try and follow Faxland through if he can. Not the easiest track to do it, but he's got to go with him.
Cold tires. Yes.
Like, that is the key to him. He can't lose. He can't be sitting behind cars that Faxland dispatches. He needs to be able to follow him through quickly. Not overtake, obviously. Conti's lost it under the safety car, coming out of Spoon. Oh, and the track position he had. His wing looks okay. And Max must just let him go, it seems. Oh, that's oh dear, Joe. That's safety cars in this lap. That is schoolboy stuff, I'm afraid. Now Traxi inherits the lead of this race, and is in his go when we shall depart. And there's a collision. Oh, another bit. I saw a wing fly off. That's Robin's wing flying off. Traxi is gone. Oh, there's penalties everywhere, Joe. Absolutely everywhere. Robin's into the pits.
Snowball effect there, Graham.
Yeah, it sure was. You see the penalties for yourself on the screen, but we are underway once again. Faxon now up to 4th place. Now I wonder, with all the contact, his wing looks okay. Neymar's looks okay as well. And Brewich looks okay as well. McMaverick. They all look visually okay, but they do have penalties, so we'll see if any of those are removed. But that's for then. For now.
Oh, and McMaverick is around!
Oh, there he goes. He's into the wall then. So you mentioned, Joe, those hards up to temperature. They need to be. You need to be able to warm them up to go through some of these high-speed corners effectively. And we're just asking too much too soon there. And you can see Maximus struggling as well on those mediums. So not a great restart all around there, Joe.
Yeah, Traxi is gone 1.5 seconds ahead. See, that's what I meant about them softs. Still good.
This is the thing then. Faxan is behind Neymar here on softs.
Yeah.
So, that's going to be difficult. Storm on the back of Atlas Scopo here. Now, Storm needs to get by Atlas Scopo here. This needs to happen on those mediums. Of course, he has to pitch again. So it's absolutely imperative to his strategy that he clears that Renault. And a good run No DRS, of course, not for another few laps, but he's got enough straight line speed. Slipstream, overtake. Atlas Scopa does not defend that, and that is Storm up into 5th place. Into turn 1 he goes, running wide there. Atlas then will pick up a warning for that. And you're saying Joe Conti had to try and make his way back through the field. He's got to start with Maximus first. He's not too far away in terms of the gap, but he's lost a lot of track position with that mistake.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Oh, I thought Storm's going to follow McMaverick into that wall. That done that curb. Yeah, I think Traxy is away with this one, Graham, at the moment.
Yeah, he's pulling away. 2.2, he's doing everything he has to do. And his main competition now is basically like again, if we are assuming these hards will go to the end, then Atlas Scopo is the man he is racing for this win at the moment, having not had to pit again. But the gap you can see is already 7 seconds.
Oh, we got Robin in the
is
wall.
round. I believe he's reset to track, which I believe is not allowed. Mr. Stewart, if you would like to confirm.
It's not allowed.
Maximus attacking Cygate. Fast lap of the race for Traxy. The queue behind is Williams, who is on hards. Oh, and Conti's lost it coming into the wall. Oh, I just caught the end of that. He lost it coming out of the last turn and hit that piece of barrier that is jutting out. And he is out of this race. He's gone from bad to worse for Conti. He'd be pretty embarrassed with how this race has gone. VSC is deployed. So the virtual safety car is out. Drivers will reduce their speed to match the delta. If you do not match said delta, you will inherit the grand winner of a drive-through penalty.
Of a DT.
Which will be very fun for your race. So yeah. Here we go though. That was a quick one. That was a quick one, to be fair. We are racing once again. Maximus on the back of Cygate. And you're right, Joe. Cygate, or Factland is right there as well. I'll just keep an eye here.
He has a good run. He got a good restart. A very good one.
See the dirty air there affecting him as he comes to the eggs of the spoon. And nothing quite doing. I mean, well, Maximus got a better run. And Cygate, who's not using any of his ERS to defend here. Let's have a quick check of Factland. He's not close enough to look into the Lasher King. Well, Maximus surely going to send one. No, Psycho goes defensive. And I think DRS will be enabled this lap, I believe.
Yeah,
yes,
it is. Yeah, Faxan coming like a train. And he gets the move done.
Easy as you like into turn 1. I imagine this will be an easy one too for Maximus. And he sweeps and he is up into 7th place. Let's see now if Faxan can make any inroads on Traxy. They both have to go to medium tyres because Faxan of course has back end, almost stepped away for Cygate there. They can both go to medium tyres because obviously Faxan started on a set of softs and pin into another set of mediums. If he has a fresh set of mediums or another set of mediums, he can go on to those. Alternatively, he could go softs at the end.
Decisions.
I imagine that's the idea then, Joe, is to go on to set of softs at the end for the last stint of the race.
Yeah, Storm is all over the back with Neymar here. Closing in.
Faxan might not yet be out of this one yet, Joe.
No, I don't think he would, Graham, but it's going to be tough. Like,
this stint is key. If he can hold this kind of gap. Oh, here's yellow flag. Oh, it's for Robin again. In sector 1, not been happy with how things have gone in that corner. Meanwhile, Storm in the back of Neymar. And that is adding insult to injury there for poor Robin. Fast lap of the race for Faxan on those mediums. That's a good sign for him. And Storm then coming through. Another pass for him coming on Neymar, who doesn't fight this one too much. Oh, they're side by side though. Kicking up a wheel onto the grass was Storm. He's going to fight. So he's able to hold it on the outside, which I'm surprised by. He's going to have the inside line. Oh, a bit of contact muscling his way to keep that position, and I wonder how Storm might take to that. Some strong defending there from Neymar. He keeps that P4 for the time being.
Yeah, he does. Yes. Faxland's after reduced the gap by nearly 7/10 already.
So confirming that he is the fastest on the track with those medium tyres. Now we are getting closer to the end of those soft compact tyres, to be fair. So maybe we can explain some of the deficit here that Faxland is making up. See how much longer Traxi waits to take those off. But he is losing time. Robin is out of this race. If a safety car were to come out now, that would certainly help Traxi. Let's see if it will. Shouldn't do, I believe, because he retires into the pits, and Traxi pits regardless. So covers off a threat. A sensible thing to do. The stint was basically over anyways. And this way you cover the possibility of a late safety car. He is going on to the hard compound tyres.
No.
I think that will swing the advantage back to Faxland.
Well,
he will emerge with a very comfortable P8, and of course will be able to run to the end of the race on that set. Nice clean bit of air for him to push into as well. Jonas 8 seconds up the road on mediums as well, but green flag racing once again, so no safety car deployed for that. Maximus and Atlas P4 and 5. It's the closest battle we have on track at the moment.
Bit of a wiggle there from Maximus. So I get close up as well to the back.
Yeah, Maximus has been struggling with back end track grip rather. Rear end grip. He's had to. Anytime I've hopped on board, he seems to be fighting the car one way or another. We'll actually just jump ahead, Joe, here to the battle for second place. Storm is trying to make his way through on the racing point. Can use the DRS assistance to do so. Always much later on the brakes. I was running into the back of the racing point there. See if he can make this move. Reeling in with the DRS. If anything is, he had to back right off. I think that's actually cost him a chance to have a look into turn 1 here. Because he had to back off significantly because he almost ran to the back of that racing point. And not long enough of a straight to try and get it back. So for the moment, he's still behind this racing point, but you can definitely see he's being held up here somewhat.
Oh! Oh. I thought he was gone. That old Dunlop curb there. Bad old corner. Curb, sorry. Migrating host. No. Conti hasn't had enough. Meanwhile, gap at the front is 5.5 seconds.
Yeah, ever extending.
Yeah, not much really, like, not many people like close. So you get Maximus at the scope.
I think you'll see a bit more close action later as the strategies kind of merge. Quite a few people on the hards, others on mediums who will have to make another stop. So for now, things are hanging in the balance. At least for the time being, Maximus can't get closer to the back of Atlascopo, and Storm couldn't get back to TFB either, so not the best lap there for Storm. It looked like last lap he was ready to have a go and get past that racing point, but didn't materialize into anything. Gap between Faxland and Traxi, you can see there, is 20 seconds. So good pace here from Faxland. He's probably lapping quicker, I'd imagine, than Traxi, to be fair, given the compound difference. I actually need to look at that next time we they go round. So I want to stay with the action though.
So Atlas Scorpio is net leader. Well, never mind. Well, yeah,
Well,
he is.
he is, because everyone in front of him will have to pit. And the gap between him and Faxland is just under 10 seconds, so that's not too bad. That's
So
not
you're
too bad for
comparing
now.
times, lap times between Faxland and
Yeah,
Traxy.
1 sec, because Storm is about to try and find his way past, hitting the back there. 30.5 for Faxland there.
Mm.
We'll see what Traxy is in a sec. As going for this move is Storm on the outside. Can he make it? He does make it. Traxy coming across the line. 30.5 for... Yeah, 30.7. That was a PB. So, medium's still quicker than the hards at the moment. And, yeah, that's not ideal. That's the problem, is that the mediums are obviously a much quicker tyre, and at this stage of the race where the mediums are still have something to give, Faxland's only eating into the gap that Traxy should be undercutting, and then, you know, he's got to put on the soft suit, imagine, or at least another set of mediums. So yeah, it looks like Faxland, the momentum's moved back to him. But it's a long race. Well,
14 laps.
there's just over halfway to go, to be fair. A safety car now would certainly help Faxland for sure. Of that, there would be absolutely no doubt. It would help because he pits under the delta, basically. Maximus reeling in, so there's still life in these mediums, like almost 10 laps in. Because Atlas Scopo, we know, is quick in this division, but Maximus isn't being dropped yet.
DRS Graham.
Well, it's not even that, like, you expect the rubber eventually would fall away, like he's just on a PB there. So, the tyres still have plenty to give. Ultimately, there's only the one DRS zone.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So... But yeah, that's... Yeah. I would have avoided the hards if possible, because it does seem the pace difference between the two, medium and the hards, is seemingly
Quite significant.
seems like we're going to see for sure when Faxland makes his stop, basically where it's at. At the moment, its gap is still 20 seconds, so you know he's not gaining too much time, but he's also not losing time either. And those hards should be up to scrub now.
No, they want to be like.
So and Traxy's not making tremendous inroads on Faxland. He's making inroads on Jonas here. He was 8 seconds in the stops. Now he's just under 2. The Psyche is dragging himself back within DRS now as well. Both of these guys, Maximus and Psyche, have used a lot of their ERS, basically all of it. But they are crucially within DRS, and that is bodes well for them. To be fair, Joe.
Jonas is in.
To be fair, Joe, Storm hasn't dropped this racing point. To be fair,
No.
I thought he was going to, but he has not.
No.
Gap is
No ERS, like he's not much, like really.
Gap is 8.3. That's good news for Traxy, Jonas pitting, because it means he just continues to get into that free air instead of catching Jonas at part of the track where, you know, overtaking is difficult. Battle for fourth, though, at the moment still rages on, and they're closing up slightly to the back of this racing point as well. I think he's made a mistake somewhere, because he's lost by 7/10 this lap alone.
The tires are going, Graham. The tires are going. I had this problem yesterday myself. You get a big yellow box now over your where your gears and MFT is. Next lap. A dirty yellow box.
Mm-hmm. No sign of anyone coming in though. Not Maximus, not TFB. So on they carry. And on to lap number 16 of 27. Still a lot to happen though, to be fair, when the strategies mix once again in a few laps time now. Because you also don't want to leave it too late to leave performance of softs on the table as well. You don't want to wait too late to put on a set of softs where you're not getting the most out of them.
Yeah, mostly it'll be used softs, I believe, for most people.
If you have saved a set from quali, yes. I always try and save a set in quali, so I only do 2 runs myself in qualifying. I don't do 3. I certainly don't do 4. But you want to try and save a set. I only do 2 runs, and you save a nice set of fresh softs, whatever the case may be, whatever safety might happen, whatever way strategy might work. Nice to have in reserve a fresh set.
Yeah, like a fresh pair of socks.
Mm-hmm. Always nice to have.
Maximus absolutely fighting the car.
Using all of his ERS.
ERS as well. Yeah. Very hard to save it around here as well.
Hmm. Racing Point is in. Oh, McMaverick is out. He was in 10th place. He's lost it coming out of the Decner 2. Another VSC. Now everyone who has
Track C is in. Not.
Atlascopo, Joe and Maximus were just about to squabble for track position here. They were side by side heading down that straight when the VSC was deployed. Atlas is still in front. Problem is though, the VSC was deployed after all these guys here were well past the pit lane. So
Track C should have went in.
No, I don't think he should have. He'd still lose time. Yeah, he'd lose too much time. You're dropping back another 10 or so seconds at least, 15 seconds.
Suppose.
Wouldn't be worth it. Oh, and Neymar, drive-through penalty. For him, was there someone else who got a drive-through there? I didn't see. No.
Lecala got one at the start.
That's right, but he retired at the end of lap. I was trying to see under that VSC thing. Anyone else got a penalty, but just the Williams then, and that will drop him back to the back. The final position at P9.
With a handful of points up.
Yeah, still a handful of points. And the question is, how soon before we see some action up front in terms of pit stops? It's going to happen soon. Faxan stays out. Another lap. Storm is in. And I imagine, yes, Racing Point will follow him.
TF. Maximus is in.
That puts Atlas then into 2nd place, and the gap is 12 seconds. And those hards will now begin to have an advantage over those mediums at this stage. If Atlas can get the gap down to 11 or so seconds in that range, could be in for some interesting business in the last 10 laps of this race. Storm emerges in 5th place. Jonas here is just going to jump TFB here. So Storm in 5th, Maximus in 6th then. 10 seconds behind Traxy. How
long is the pit stop around here?
It's about... I think it's about 22 seconds, right?
I don't know.
Faxan's going to emerge behind... I think Faxan's going to emerge between Traxy and Storm. He might jump Traxy. It might be close. The less traffic he's behind, though, the better. But we'll see. We'll see very soon now as well. And he's coming in.
He's in, yeah.
So race leader is in. Atlascopa will take the lead of this race, and Psyche will follow him through. But where will Faxland emerge? And how far behind will he be?
Oh yes, service 5 second, Graham.
Oh, and that's right. And I believe those can't be taken away either once they're served.
No.
So he's got a lot of making up to do. Traxy sets a fast lap of the race, timely fast lap of the race. We'll try and factor that in, see where. Take 5 seconds off, see if it looks like he would have been behind. Let's see. Yeah, it would have been close, but he would have been behind Traxy. So the gap then is 13 seconds. The gap would have been under 8 seconds had he not had that penalty. So he could have made 8 seconds up. 13, I'm not as sure, but he's got to make up 6.5 seconds first to get Traxy. We'll see if these hard to like come the end of the race, Joe, if there is punctures to come. If not, could be looking at a win here for one of these two drivers here. It's going to be tight.
It is, Graham, yeah. It is
going to be tight. So there is intrigue to come in the final third of this race. First man to catch another car on his fresh set of boots is TFB on the back of Jonas here. Now, Jonas isn't on 2 old mediums himself, but the softs will still have an advantage. If he can get within DRS coming out of the last chicane, then he should... Oh, he's gone very, very wide in Spoon. That will not help his cause. This is a battle for 7th place.
I think Traxy will catch Sygate before Faxland catches Traxy. 100%.
Interesting. So you think he can get those 2.2 seconds before Faxland can get the 6 seconds down on his fresh softs?
Yes.
Well, the gap is coming down all the time, and that's going both ways between Sygate and Traxy and Faxland. I think you're right, Joe. To be fair, it's a good spot. And that's going to be crucial to put another car between himself and Faxland if he can. 8 laps to go, including the one they're on. With a lack up there. TFB still 1.2 behind. So we're going to stick with Traxy then. He might get within DRS at the end of this lap. He is reeling that car in.
Sygate in. He is.
And he just set the fastest lap of the race before the soft runners beat it. So Traxy has got some pace on these hards, and he's taken the second, Joe, in this lap alone.
Yes, mad.
Now, so is Faxland, to be fair, but still.
Faxland's on new boots so as well, and yeah, he's going to set the fast lap.
Yes, he's definitely going to set the fastest lap. Neymar could take it away at the end if he pits, which he might do. 30 flash for Traxy, 28.8 for Faxland there, and Traxy's caught him at a bad part of the track. This can be very detrimental to Traxy. He needs to try and get through as quickly as possible, maybe on the run up to the hairpin if he can get the run off the Degners, but oh, he's lost so much time in this sector alone. Half a second down on his best time already, and Faxland is coming all the while this is taking place. Good run here for Traxy. Sygate got onto the grass a bit. Not your most conventional overtaking spot. Can be done. Oh, nice helicopter shot. See if he can get the run off of Spoon. He should be able to slipstream down towards 130R.
Definitely will. Should. Yes.
Yes, this will be an easy move to make. And he is through. Yes, before 130R, so he's through then. Faxland 3 seconds behind this then.
Let's see if Traxy can catch Atlas Scopo now. 2 tenths slow now that corner.
3.6. He lost a bit of time.
DRS.
There's a fast lap of the race. 28.9.
Yeah, but look at DRS. Look
Oh,
at that.
Neymar is round. Yeah, not a lot to fight with there, but he is against people who are on older, harder tyres, so he may be able to able to traction his way out of that one.
It's gonna be interesting though.
Hmm.
Traxi after gaining 7/10 on Atlas Corpo now.
Gap has come down quickly. The gap to the front is only 6 seconds for Faxan. He has the pace to still win this race. Now, will those tyres last?
Does he have the tyres though?
Will he have the tyres? He certainly has them right now. And, you know, there is just over 5 and a bit laps to go. Could end up happening. Never quite know. No penalties out the front here for the rest of these guys, so this is going to be all done on track. But Faxland is going to have to overtake 3 cars to get this done. First of which is 2 seconds up the road. Yellow flag, that is Jonas. He's actually somehow managed to keep his wing. I thought he looked like he was buried in that barrier at the hairpin, but he's actually managed to keep it and get himself going again. Lost the position. He may have been losing it anyway. But he is still in 8th place and on for some decent points nevertheless. Now, what's the lap time this time for Faxland? It was 28 last time. It's much slower this lap. It's a second slower this lap.
Oh, 29 off.
It's a 29.8 for me.
Oh, I got for Traxi it was a 30.1.
Gap is still 2.1 between Cygate and Faxland. And coming down, obviously he'll come down a lot in this part of the track. Because he lean on the tyres a lot.
Here,
oh, Maximus is out. Oh, and he's lost a lot of good points there as well. VSC is deployed. VSC is deployed. So Maximus has lost it coming out of turn 4 then, out of turn 5. Not the first one to do so. That's a shame. He's running 6th place. On for a good set of points. And with just a few laps to go, he has, unfortunately, thrown them away.
You quick restart.
See when we get going. I think we're about to get up to speed now, actually. Faxland getting on the throttle, so I think we're basically good to go. Oh, and Atlas has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. The man in control, he's immediately doing it as well, immediately serving that penalty. That'll take him out of this contention for this race. Traxi then is the one.
Faxland is gonna eat up. So you get here.
Here he comes. He got a very good restart. And he is through, and you would imagine, unless those tyres fall away, that he is in prime position to win this race. Now he'll have to make up another. The gap is only 2.2 seconds instead of over 4.5 seconds to Atlas Scopo. So that's unfortunately for Atlas. I'm afraid that is what we refer in the business as a bottle. I'm afraid.
Oh, wow.
Am I wrong?
That is harsh, like.
It's harsh.
Around, like, it's Graham. No, you can't be just dishing out. Wow, like that's just it's so not you, Graham. Like,
well, this is what happens, Joe.
Can't be
drive-through penalty
in the
lead.
Right?
It's not there. It's the truth.
Oh.
He's got a drive-through penalty on when he's leading the race. When the race is his to lose.
Suppose, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So I'm afraid the pressure has got to him at the very least.
Yeah, Atlas, you did bottle, unfortunately. But the gap is 1.9 seconds.
Coming down.
Not really. I'm gonna have a look at.
See the lap times. At 29.8, at 88.9, another fastest lap there for Faxland. So some performance still left in those tyres. Only 3 laps to go. Is there enough performance in them to get by? Doesn't have a lot of ERS to do so, but neither does Traxi, to be fair. So he's going to have to hope these tyres last. And around, what, lap 6, 7, 8 of these tyres, they start to just kind of duck away.
Fall away.
Here's the crucial thing for Traxi. His tyres aren't that old for hards. They're only 14
they're
laps.
prime. I think they're prime position.
I think those tyres can hang on very nicely.
Yeah, they will. They definitely will. It's just that will Faxland's tyres go off?
And to be honest, he's not made a ton of time this lap.
No, it's been between 1.8 and 1.5, yeah.
So maybe the best of those tyres have gone. He is still closing, but crucially he's not within DRS, and as long as that gap is there, Traxy is looking good. He's got 2 laps to go. And even if Faxland does give in DRS, he only has 1 DRS straight to defend from, which would be the last lap. If he can do that, he is in good shape. Here we go then, a 29.5 for Faxland. That was 6/10 slower than what he just did the previous lap. So we'll really see through here what the tyres have got. He's missing the apex slightly there of turn number 1. And you get the sense, Joe, that those tyres aren't operating at peak performance any longer.
No, he's struggling.
He's trying desperately to just throw the car in. Oh, it's going to be tight.
Low fuel there, seen there. Fuel.
Yeah, it's going to manage that as well. Even if he does get within DRS, I don't think he's going to be he's going to have to be pushing Traxy out. If he's like 7, 8, 9 tenths behind, I don't think it's going to be enough to get this job done. Traxy holding on very nicely.
He has to get in DRS down the straight. He has to have any chance in overtaking him.
Both using their overtake.
He has to.
So they're equaling each other out basically. Which
what
means...
with no ERS.
Yeah, so they're equal in that regard. It is tyres at this stage. And the tyres, it's switched back to Traxy now. As we begin the final lap of this race, Traxy is a PB on that lap. And Faxland certainly did not. So
fuel, ERS gone.
Yeah, no fuel concerns here for Traxy. Can spend a bit if he needs to. So looking good. Need to keep an eye for Saige. That right front does not look very nice. Of course, it'll be the left side of the car that will be the first to go. It is a clockwise track. So I'd be interested to see if a puncture develops on that car. Atlas as well, same situation. Faxland has brought the gap down to under a second, but no DRS zones for the remainder of this race. You have to hope for a mistake from Traxy. But again, he's got that little fuel issue. Obviously, everyone's running very low at this point in the race. That's just everyone's fuel is dinging, so it's the same kind of thing. But again, he's just too far in the wash of dirt here. You can see it. They just have nothing left to give. And Traxy trying to break the toe a bit, but looking good. Well, we weren't sure quite how this was going to work out. He didn't box under the safety car. He pitted for hards. Did not think this was going to work out. However, circumstances have made it so. Traxy wins the Japanese Grand Prix ahead of Faxland in second place. Saige is going to pick up himself a podium, it seems. The tyres do hold on. Will Storm jump him? No. So Saige finishes on the podium ahead of Storm then. So they picked up enough penalties between them to cancel each other out. Those tyres did hold on then. In the end, I am surprised by that. Atlas Scopo then finishing in 5th place. Disappointing one for him. TFB coming across the line will take 6th place. Nice result for him. A few thrills and spills for Jonas there, but he's going to finish in 7th place. And Neymar will finish in 8th. The more I think about it, Joe, the more I think that drive-through penalty I don't think would have mattered in deciding the outcome of this race. I think Traxy and Faxland would have been able to go past him.
Yeah, they would have, yeah. I think Atlas would have been 3rd, maybe.
Yeah, I think Atlas is At best, he's thrown away third place here with that drive-through.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but sure.
Is
You
unfortunate,
gotta
but at least it's
learn,
better
live and learn.
than throwing the win away. The lap times for Traxy at the end were quite good. He's doing PBs. Obviously, Faxan was doing quick times as well. It would not have. It would not have. It did not cost him the race win. It did cost him a podium, but it did not cost him the race win. What did cost the race win, however, was Faxland's 5-second penalty he had to serve. Without that, of course, he would have definitely been clear and through. He was the quickest man today, was Faxland, but that sometimes does not mean you win the race.
Correct, Graham. Traxy, the Austrian of Division 4, wins. Followed by Faxland. Saigate with a good podium. TTG Storm in 4th. Atlas Copo in 5th. Could have had a podium, but he unfortunately balled. TFB in 6th. Jonas in 7th. Neymar in 8th. And the DNFs, the Dumps. Maximus, Maverick, Robin, Conti, and Lecala, who did not even finish one lap, unfortunately.
I'm looking at the Division 4 Discord, and Atlas has put the gif of the man crying on the couch.
No.
Don't worry, Atlas. I don't think it actually cost the race win in the end. Just the podium this time, I'm afraid. So, as Joe said, there is your results. Yes, I'm disappointed for Conti because I think he would have been. I think he could have been definitely up there for sure. He was, of course, leading the race. He was the lead McLaren, and also, like his teammate, stayed out under that first safety car. So, he could have easily been up here himself today as well. And I think it's a big missed opportunity for Conti. So, Joe.
Yeah, Graham, yeah. That's it for 2020 anyways, folks.
Oh, that's right.
Next year we'll be back with... oh my god. Next year we will be back with...
Do you know what it is? I know what it is.
Mexico.
What date is that on, Joe, so people know?
Oh, hello. 4th, 5th,
Well,
6th, 7th,
yeah.
8th. I think it's the 8th.
The 8th of January is when Division 4 returns. Just 2 races after the Christmas break in Mexico and Abu Dhabi to finish the season. So that's for then. But for now, and myself and Joseph, wish you a very happy holidays.
Happy holidays and a happy new year.
Indeed. Enjoy the dinner. Enjoy
the turkey, boys.
Drink
Enjoy
sensibly.
The gift of Christmas. Oh, I will see you next year, folks.
Yeah. Have
From
a good
me,
one.
TTG Corbett. And